Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I'm here to talk about divine light. This is going to be a reading for the element of fire. So we are speaking to the fire signs here. I believe that's Aries, Leo, and who is our other? Is it Sagittarius? I believe Sagittarius. All right. So let's just jump right into it with the Native Heart Oracle. Reading for the elements of fire. Oh, okay. All of it? Elements, the fire. I feel like, there you go. Alright, let's just do the bottom of this deck here. Card number 21, Sun God. So, definitely speaking to the fire signs, for sure. With all of this fire here, on the background, we have the sun god in itself, so god of Ra, I believe. We have card number 23, self-focus, and 20, unity. I don't know if you could see this card very well. Sort of. Okay, so we have purples and pinks here showing up with the self-focus and unity. So finding one within yourself, fire signs. So it's you're finding how to open up your heart chakra with this mandala showing up with this green, what looks like almost like a star or a flower of some sort with this golden white light beaming from the center of it. So it looks like you're opening up your heart chakra. You have a lot of arrows pointing in that center direction, so it's almost like you're learning how to take away all of those daggers, take away the swords, take away any pains and hurts and traumas out of that heart chakra, and learning how to pour some beautiful healing energy to open up that center. Okay, and it's not even just for yourself. Once you crack open that heart center, you're learning how to unfree yourself. Okay, you're learning how to express yourself and become more connected to others and the divine and your authentic higher self. Okay, you're becoming more one with yourself as well as others around you, right? We are all mirrors of one another. So the more authentic you are, the better your mirrors and the better your reflection in those mirrors become. Okay, let's get a little bit more clarity with the Chakra Insight Oracle. I feel like the Unity card brings protection, right? So with the violet colors, it's reminding me of the cord, the connection that you have with the divine, with your higher self, with the higher angels, and it just feels like they're protecting you at this time. Even though you're opening up your heart center and you're becoming vulnerable in that sense, you are highly protected, and your angels and spirit guides will never let anything happen to you when it comes down to like your spiritual side. I don't know how to really say that. Emotions. Card number 11, emotions, feelings, expression, moods, balance. Clarifying cards for our fire signs. That's a lot. Way too many. Taking those. I'll take those. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the mind. So you're definitely opening up your third eye. You're learning how to see the unseen. You're opening up your imagination. You're learning about your spiritual side. We do have, as I mentioned, card number 11, emotions, and card number 33, sound. This card has been coming up quite a lot with all of the elements so far. So there's something about sounds that's affecting all of us. I feel like it's the vibrations that we're surrounded by, okay? I feel like we're being programmed to a specific vibration and being attuned to a certain vibration, that as we start to wake up and open up our third eye and start to see the reality unveil a little bit, we're realizing that we're being programmed to stay in a certain frequency that is very low vibrational, very fight or flight energy. And that's not how we are able to open our hearts. Healing happens when we address the things that have been hurting us head on, right? And it feels like we've been sitting in silence for too long, that we're finally breaking that. But as we're breaking that silence and opening up our heart, it's almost like Pandora's box. We're opening up these emotions, all of these imbalances with our moods and expressions that we feel so, I don't want to use the word bipolar, but just so like high highs and low lows, and kind of not sure what's triggering what, and just kind of feeling all over the place. This full moon has you definitely feeling all over the place, fire signs. We have card number 24, love. This did cut, all of the cards that I'm pulling out did show up upright. So card number 49, divine consciousness. So you're definitely learning how to reconnect with that divine consciousness, learn how to become more interconnected to your spirit and have oneness with yourself as well as those around you. Like I said, those mirrors, learning how to kind of clean up those mirrors, or find new individuals to hold you accountable of the changes you want to see in yourself and in the world. The more that you show up in your authentic being, the domino effect that you have on the world and the overall healing of our planet. So finding that connection with not only your divine consciousness, but find ways to like, oh my gosh, what's the word? Like influence and attract other individuals to be intrigued to connect with their own spirit and connect with their own guides and learn about spirituality and divine light and divine consciousness. You're kind of breaking all of these patterns, breaking the vibrations by waking up, by choosing to open up your spirit and learn and be flexible to beyond the physical, the unseen part of it. Okay. All right. Wow, that's been a pretty intense reading so far. So I just think right now, I'm going to read whatever cards that I have on the board, and then we'll get a closing message, just because I feel like there's so much to unpack in just a short period of time that I don't want to overwhelm you fire signs with too much information all at once. So you opening up your heart center in itself is a huge transformative awakening period for you. That it's, I don't want to say that it's causing imbalances in your foundation, but it's definitely shaking you up. It's waking you up. It's almost like reigniting your passion, reigniting the fire within you, and remembering like that you have a soul within you, right? You have a guiding light of fire within you that needs to be tended to be utilized, right? It's your driving force, and without it you kind of lose sight of not only who you are and what your purpose is, but how you can help the overall collective, the overall earth or planet grow or heal from the trauma, the past, the hurt, the pain. You seem to be craving to be an example, be a leader in your communities, and maybe in your just personal life. Like you want to feel in control over the outcome of what happens. And I think that that's why it's so hard for you fire signs to really open up your heart center and learn how to connect, because that's not something that you're really used to doing. Like you're more not, I don't want to say shut down, but very protected, right? You keep very strong boundaries, and sometimes you forget that it's okay to let them down a little bit depending on the trust that you have with someone else. So all you do is keep stacking those bricks and make those barriers and borders thicker. So eventually you close in your heart and you lock out and you shut out everybody else. Well, that's great temporarily, and it might save you some heartbreaks along the way, but you're also skipping lessons when you're doing that. And you're kind of essentially taking a shortcut, telling the universe, like, I'm interested in going this direction, but I'm going to do it my way so I don't have to feel the pain that you're trying to throw at me. It's almost like you're trying to one up the universe, but in all reality, you're going to get shoved on your butt and then have to pick yourself back up and then have to take all of those steps that you skipped out on anyways. So you're just overexerting yourself, you're overextending yourself just to get the same outcome. But you learn a bigger lesson, and your ego is checked tremendously compared to just tackling it head on and opening up your heart center and healing from the gate and moving forward after that. Okay? There is no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just, I hope that this is teaching you that your stubbornness is going to unintentionally close doors or opportunities, even if you're not fully conscious of it. Okay? So be aware of the arrogance that you might come across due to these highs and lows, and kind of feeling like your energy is all over the place. Like you're going to kind of feel like your ego gets in the way of your new healing process. Therefore, it's going to come off across arrogant. So please, fire signs, be aware of your emotions. Try not to project them onto others. People aren't meant to be in your crossfires. They're just here to teach you small lessons that you chose to address at one point in time, right? All right, so I'm going to get a closing message from our Magic Spirit Oracle deck. Is that it? Closing message for fire signs. All right, that's it. Bottom of the deck, we have Memento Mori. The meaning is in the middle. Life, presence, depth. So you're going through those changes, kind of in between one stage and going to the next. Your old self is dying. You're kind of just learning to let go of the old, attract the new, and adapt to the present. It's this weird feeling of wanting to resist and go back, retract to those old habits and old ways, but also wanting to adapt to the new and embrace all of this good that's coming into your life. You have the Alchemist as your closing message: empowerment, pain, and sorceress. Oh, I don't break that easy, not anymore. Instead, I use things as fuel. Most definitely. So all the pain, all of these daggers that have once been shot to your heart center are starting to be lifted. All of those, the arrows, right? The section of the arrow itself, that's the sharp, the sphere part. It's almost like your heart center is disintegrating it as you're opening up your center, because you're melting away those spheres. Yeah, that's how you say it, right? Spears. Sorry. You're melting away those spears. You're melting away the sharp points of the bow itself, and you're learning to open up the heart center to create space within that center crevice. And as you're doing so, you're awakening your spirit. You're learning to become one with your spirit. And as you're doing so, it is bringing up a lot of different emotions. But as these emotions start to come up, use it as fuel. Okay, some of you might have a great writing material. You know, maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to write a screenplay. Maybe you feel that your trauma would be utilized well in poems. Or I don't know. Find a way of connecting with others that you feel might also be going through a similar process by connecting with others online. Okay, don't be scared to share your story. You never know who is meant to hear it and who is meant to connect with you. So this is what I have for you, fire signs. I hope that you found something in this reading, for you, or enjoyable. I'm going to close out this message with divine light. Thank you again for joining me. Please like if you feel called to do so. Share it for anybody that you need to. And maybe save it for another day. Bye.